hands went up. But you know children, they can raise their hands over what they don't understand. So I assumed they didn't know what they were saying. Then I began to isolate them one after the other to ask questions. They were having sex. Where did you learn it from? My auntie, my uncle. There was an 8-year-old girl that was crying. Said, I can never forgive my uncle no matter what you said, because he raped me. Another one said to me that she had asked her father, that Daddy, what is sex? Her father said, you must never mention that word in this house. She ran to her mother, Mommy, what is sex? Mommy said, did you hear what your father said? The following day, the driver was taken out to school. He said, Uncle, what is sex? The driver asked her, why are you asking me? Go and ask your friend. Say, my mommy and my daddy said I must not mention the word. The driver said, can you promise me that whatever I teach you, you will not tell them? And she said there were days the driver would pick her from school, first take her to his own house, mess her up, take her back home. And her parents didn't know anything. They didn't see anything. 6 years old. When I saw this, I wrote about it in my column. And that's why, you see, for what will make this work, for those of us who are Muslims, you need to begin to demand for the Muslim leaders to begin to teach us sexual education at the Quranic school level, if possible. For those of us who are Christians, you need to begin to, because it sounds as if church leaders don't want to hear about it. Why run away from what we tear down the cathedrals we have built? Build the biggest cathedral. An untrained child, a molested child, will rise from there and mess everything up. Are we together? So 6 years old. When I wrote about it in my column in the newspapers, it took me like 3 months to cover it. And I was getting calls from all over Nigeria. One woman too said, my husband had not told him this. He said, I noticed my son was close to the houseboy. My son was 6. He said, so one day, midterm day, left her son with the houseboy, went to work. On her way to work, she forgot something, came back, didn't see her son in the sitting room. They came to look for the boy. Eventually met the boy with the houseboy in the bedroom. The houseboy's penis was in the son's mouth. Don't say you, these are cases. Auntie will tell you, there was one house girl that was having sex, molesting a boy. I think the boy was 5 or 10. Was telling the boy, that is how they dance Makusa. So every time they play Makusa, the boy had direction. This is happening. While I didn't I not recovered, one man called me, he was 74. He called me after reading, he said, Praise, it didn't start today. He said 70 years ago, my uncle molested me and said he messed up my life. He said, I'm 74, I regret my life. How many more children will be sexually abused? When we notice that when we say preteens, we're talking about 8 to 12, that they were having sex in Nigeria, we went to town and guess what we found out? They told, I was asking them, what's your favorite TV station? They were saying, Africa Magic Yoruba. I couldn't comprehend it. So I said I would take some time to watch Africa Magic Yoruba. Have you watched Africa Magic Yoruba? When they mention sex, you know what they call it? Ere. Try and watch it. Chief Muhammad Shere, àwọn emere Shego, Ewa Shere. And the stupid people who interpret, you know those ones, they just interpret anyhow. They say, the girls know how to play very well. Go and try it. Observe it when you, I thought sex is valuable. So little wonder we have friends with benefits in Nigeria, sweeping our preteens and things away. That's the latest concept they are dealing with. Friendship with benefits. That we are friends, our parents know us friends, we don't have anything attached, but every time we feel like having sex, we must do it. There are schools where I've been called, where they've told me, they say our children are finding it difficult to concentrate, and we notice that there's sexual interaction. There was a school we were speaking to about training their teachers. They said, no. Then they called me 4 months later to say they caught 2 5-year-olds practicing lesbianism in the school toilet. Very expensive school around Lake Erie. It means we're in a crisis. Of course, you know about Afro Patton, who became a father at 13. This boy was sleeping with a girl, 15-year-old girl, impregnated the girl, according to them. And it became a big case in the UK. But while the case was up, 8 other boys between the age of 11 to 15 also came out to say they also slept with the same girl. I met an 18-year-old in Nigeria who told me that she started having sex when she was 7.